What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over the live trade that we took in the Discord. Getting right into it, we posted our daily bias. Just saying that we were thinking that we're probably just going to run through all this generated buy side that we're generating in the morning. Like I said, price action has been pretty bad. Most likely will be continued to accumulate until the PM session, which is literally exactly what happened. So in the private alert Discord, we set up this. This was a soup entry. We had SMT at the lows, 5-minute fair value gap, and we swept the internal sell side, and that was kind of what the entry I was looking for. However, I did hesitate on this one because, you know, how the past 2 weeks have been. It's been pretty terrible price action. If you trade, you know what I'm talking about. So I didn't actually take this entry, but I alerted this first one, which is where we entered off of. Pretty straightforward. Let's go through this really quick, just a quick top-down analysis. Basically, we had accumulated all of these lows, right? I was watching the 1 minute, and there was structure on the 1 minute, but it did not match the 3 or 5 minute. I waited for a 5-minute structure to form, and my confluence for longs were ready was that we had this. We had our first bullish 5-minute fair value gap, which meant price had finally decided to leave something behind for us to look at. As you can see, there's no 5-minute bullish fair value gaps here. We finally get one, and it stays respected. So what I'm looking for is, if we go down to the lower time frames, if we go down to the 1 minute, we can see that we have accumulated all these lows down here. What I'm looking for is for these to get stop rated, which is what happens right here. We take out this low, and at this point, I was very confident that we were heading higher. Now the only question was, did I want to risk it and take an entry off of a model that doesn't exactly fit mine? Like I said, this isn't my exact rules. This is a different type of model where you sweep the internal liquidity and run it, and you just enter off of the sweep. However, that's not my exact model, so I did want to wait for a pullback to discount. However, this was the trade I alerted in the Discord. As you can see, we alerted it here, right off of the sweep. Really good entry. Literally perfect entry right there. But the entry we ended up taking was this. We entered off of this 3-minute fair value gap with our stops at the top of this. Where was it? I believe a 1 minute. I believe a 1 minute. Yes. Our stop was on top of this 1 minute. This was what I was going to enter off of, this inverse fair value gap. This was going to be my entry, but we never pulled back into it how I wanted to. So this was my entry. I entered down here. My stop was right about the top of this inverse, or actually one tick into the inverse fair value gap. That was my stop. The hell is that, bro? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, anyways. So, another confluence was yet SMT at the lows. If you look at NQ, NQ did not. NQ took out these lows. I wonder why it's doing that. It's kind of weird. Anyways, NQ took out these lows, but we did not take out these lows on ES, giving us a bearish or a bullish SMT. Came up, like I said, I wanted to see this accumulation get stop rated, which is what happened. We came up, rated. This should have been my entry down here, but like I said, it didn't fit my exact model, so I wanted to make sure that I had my model set up. We pulled up here, came back into this 3-minute fair value gap. That was my entry. My first take profit was here for a 1-to-2 ratio, and then my last take profit was up here, which I sold my last contracts here. So overall 1-to-5, not a bad trade. Really good in the Discord. I'm up 1.5K on the day. You know, can't complain. But that was a trade we took, and then after that I just didn't watch the rest of this, which really nothing happened. But from open to the trade, I mean, there's really nothing, and I think it helps when you zoom out. It's just accumulation. Like, there's nothing happening here. On the 1 minute, you'll see setups, but I think a big part of it is look at the 5 minute, look at the 15 minute. If the 15 minute and the 5 minute don't match the 1 minute, then there's no reason to take smaller time frame setups. Once they start reacting, like once I saw this 5 minute bullish for value gap, I was like, okay, now our 5 minute is starting to look bullish because our 1 minute was already pretty bullish. The 3 minute, still pretty choppy. But the 5 minute, once I saw this fair value gap form and we held it, I was looking for an internal raid, which is what we got, and we headed higher. So it was a pretty good trade. Like I said, all alerted in the Discord. Daily recap as well. Up 1.5K on the day. Pretty slow past 2 weeks, but we're 5 for 5 in the Discord, which is pretty great, pretty awesome. So that was the trade for today. Not bad. It was like a 1 to 5, so I'm up 1.5K on the day. So not too bad. But with that was the recap for today, and I will be live tomorrow again.